I made my first 10k per month with video editing 7 months after editing my first video. You see, the majority of editors have years of experience and barely make minimum wage. So here are the 4 steps that I took to make 10k per month in a third world country in less than a year. The first thing that I did is not stealing. Now of course I'm talking about stealing editing styles. You shouldn't steal overall, you go to jail. Anyways, if you go on my profile you can see posts with 5k, 10k, 30k, 40k views, and all of the comments are talking about how creative I am and how insane my editing is. Well, my quote-unquote insane editing, it's just like everyone else's editing, but they get hundreds of views where I get tens of thousands. The reason is my editing just looks different. Not necessarily better, but just different. Now of course my editing isn't bad, I've improved it, but I know for a fact that if I just copy someone's editing style, even if the editing style is good, I'm not gonna get as many views. And I know this because I've seen people do it with me. I've seen people copy my editing style, and I've seen how well they do. There's 6 in particular that copied my edits 1-to-1. Right now, all of them have quit editing. And all of the other ones that take inspiration from my editing, they just get way less views than me. The reason that happens is that editing styles are like a Ponzi scheme. At the top of the pyramid is the first one who invents the editing style or the editing check or the look of the animation, whatever. This guy gets tens of thousands of views and a lot of clients reaching out for him. A layer below that is people who copy him. The people who copy him right after and do a great job copying him get like thousands of views. But at the bottom of the pyramid, people who are copying the people who are copying, they get no views. They get hundreds of views and no clients. You always want to be at the top of the pyramid to get tens of thousands of views. This is how you make the actual money. You see some success by copying people, but if you actually make your own style and be creative and don't copy others and just make a good editing style that fits the videos that you're working on, you're gonna do way better in video editing. There's hundreds of editors at the bottom of the pyramid that just do Iman Gassi style or the smooth editing style that they all look like copy paste of each other and none of them get any considerable amount of views. And another thing that I've done to progress way faster, and another reason why my Twitter exploded like it did, is that I focused on visual effects. Visual effects as in animations. I improved mostly on just improving my visual effects, my animations. Now other stuff are important like storytelling and stuff, but to be real with you, without any storytelling you could get to like 5k per month or 6k per month. But without any visual effects you can't even get to like 1000 per month, because no creator will give you the time of day to see your storytelling. He will just watch the first 5 seconds of a video and then discover that your visual effects suck, and then he will just go to the next editor. And in Twitter, storytelling doesn't matter at all. You can't show storytelling in Twitter. Some people have tried and showed like montages and whatever, but they don't work as well as visual effects. So if you get no inbounds at all, or if you still haven't gotten your first client, you shouldn't focus on storytelling at all. Nobody sees your work. People need to know your name to hire you. And for them to know your name, you gotta post visual effects on Twitter. So honestly, the only things that I would focus on until I get maybe like $500 per video, and then maybe I can focus on other stuff. But until then, I will only focus on improving my visual effects. Of course, you need like the basic stuff like knowing how to cut, knowing how to do music. Like in a car, you need an engine, you need some wheels, you need whatever for it to work. But after you get some decent wheels and some decent doors and some decent grass, you need to put all of your focus on the engine, because the engine is what moves the car forward. Visual effects is the engine of the car. You need bare minimum cutting, bare minimum music, bare minimum whatever of your engine is on point. But you can only focus on visual effects after you do the third thing, which is taking more time per edit. Now this are traps that editors fall into, is that they discover that the speed of their editing correlates perfectly with the amount of money they make. If they can make the same video twice as fast, they're gonna make twice as much money, because they're gonna make double the videos. Now that's amazing, and of course you should increase your speed of editing, but you shouldn't try to make videos fast. While starting out, before you want to cash out your skills and make 5k per month, 10k per month, whatever you want to make, until you get to that point, you should focus on over-delivering and spending as much time as possible on every single edit, because that's how you improve, and that's how you get the exponential like pyramid scheme effect on Twitter. That's how you get tens of thousands of views. You spend all of your time on one edit. You spend weeks on one edit. You spend days on 1 minute. I have videos that took me personally like months to make, but now that I made them, I can put them on my profile. I have them on my Twitter, and they get insane amount of views, which I can put on my portfolio. So until you want to cash out and you can consciously say to yourself, I don't care about the long term that much right now, I just want to make as much money in this month, which is okay. I did that when I tried to make 10k per month. I did it when I tried to make 5k per month. Every few months you can try to cash out and make as much money as possible. It can help you invest in PCs, coaching, whatever. Until you reach that point, don't focus on optimizing the amount of money you make per month. Focus on spending as much time on one edit and making it the best edit ever, every time. Step number 4, which helped me when I wanted to cash out, edit months worth of editing in weeks, is spending the extra time to optimize everything. Now I'm talking about the shortcuts, I'm talking about the macros, I'm talking about the presets, I'm talking about the plugins, learning new plugins. All of this stuff takes some time upfront. For me, my macros took me at least like a week to make, but they now help me save hours per day. Same for my shortcuts. I made random shortcuts throughout like months and they stacked up and I had to learn each one of them and get used to it. But now I just edit way fast using these shortcuts. Same to plugins. I had to test out plugins. I had to figure out how they work. There's not many tutorials on plugins, but at the end now I can save myself a lot of time. Now when I was scripting this video, I thought of all of the times that it took me to figure out these stuff. So I decided to just make a free course on my Discord server where I walk through all of the shortcuts, plugins, and macros that I personally use. So I can save you the days, weeks, and months that it took me to figure them out. Plus that, I do a weekly coaching course on the server, and then in the course I teach you other stuff like how to set up your Twitter and portfolio, how to post your first preview, how to scale further, and how to choose a niche to edit in. You can click on the link down below and watch the shortcuts, plugins, and macros model of the course, where I walk through literally every macro, every shortcut, every plugin that I have and explain to you how to make it yourself. So go do that right now, and good luck.